Hi, I'm Vladimir, founder of the Blue Lotus Mindfulness and Meditation Center, and I'm pleased to see that you are interested in starting your own mindfulness practice as well. In essence, mindfulness is about connection, connecting with yourself so that you can experience the world with deeper meaning. And with all that goes on in the world these days, it's easy for one to become disconnected, so you're taking a wonderful step. I'm often asked, how do I begin a mindfulness practice? It all seems so overwhelming. And you're right. If you look at the big picture, the end results, it can be overwhelming. But like any large task, we begin with small, simple steps. So what I've done for you is come up with 10 mindfulness activities you can begin with. And as you begin each one, begin with positive, loving intention. It's okay if you forget a day. It's going to happen. Try to remember it the next time. And remember, it's not an overnight process. It can take several weeks to become a part of you. And that's okay too. We need to unlearn all that we've been taught. And that takes time. Be kind to yourself during this process. Once you develop a routine, I know you'll find it rewarding, both mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, here are my 10 activities for you to enjoy as you begin on your new path. We all do laundry, and this is a perfect way to begin your mindfulness practice. As you take each item out of the dryer one by one with no rush, remember to be in the moment. Look at each article of clothing. Look at the colors and patterns. Are they solid colors? Stripes? Or maybe a particular design on it? How do they feel? Are they still warm from the dryer? Is it a terry cloth towel? Or linen? Perhaps it's denim. Are there buttons or snaps to fasten them? Maybe a zipper. Are they pants or shorts? Or perhaps a t-shirt? What do they smell like? Can you smell the aromatic laundry soap or fabric softener? As you begin to fold each item, do so with deliberate care. Notice your hand movements too. Are the corners even? Is the fold symmetrical? Remember, take care of your clothing because they take care of you and your precious family in the wind, the sun, the rain, in the cold, and in the heat. Cleaning is a way we show care for the items in our home, as well as for our loved ones. From vacuuming the floors, to mopping the kitchen or bathroom, to dusting our furniture. This is another wonderful example of how you can include mindfulness into your daily routine. When you spray furniture polish on the coffee table or the end tables, do you follow a particular pattern? What is the aroma of this polish? Lemon, maybe? Does it fill the room with freshness? Are you using a paper towel or a cloth towel? What hand do you remove the dust with? And what hand are you applying the spray? Is the item made of wood? Can you see the grain of the wood? What kind of wood is it? Pine? Oak? Cherry? Or perhaps it's glass. Do you see the streaks as you move the cloth across the surface? Notice that you're cleaning with great care and not rushing to completion. You're removing dust that has fallen from the air and rejuvenating this important item that provides a useful function in your home. If you're mopping, what fragrances do you notice? Pine? Lemon? Lavender? Or maybe something else? Know that as you mop, you're removing dirt and bacteria from your home, protecting you and your family from illness. Cleaning is another way to show yourself and your family that you love them. Walking is another way to start a mindfulness practice. Whether it's on your lunch break, from your car to your door at home or work, a walk in the park or along the beach, or even grocery shopping. The important consideration here is pace. Don't rush to get to your destination or from item to item or aisle to aisle. Slow, deliberate steps. This may be challenging at first, but you'll get used to it. Breathe with each step you take and feel your foot from heel to the side till the ball of your foot make contact with the ground. And with each step, look around you. What do you see? Birds flying? Trees swaying in a gentle breeze? Or Perhaps other people like yourself going to and from a store, or maybe they're on the trail with you. Whatever they're doing, it's just as important as what you're doing. Are there any particular smells? Did it recently rain? Or maybe there's a hint of rain in the air. What about sounds? Birds chirping? Children playing? Or maybe somebody over a loudspeaker if you're in a store. And go ahead and pick up something you see. Anything. And study it with open curiosity. Even if it's something you've seen hundreds of times before. You've never seen this one. This item is as unique as you are. And it has a place here, just as you do. Your pet, a loving and caring being, has been there for you. Do they greet you at the door when you return home with excitement? Maybe as you lay on the couch after a hard day, they sit with you. Both of you are enjoying each other's company. But now, let's add mindfulness to this. As you stroke them, how does their fur feel? Or maybe they have feathers. Birds like to be caressed too. Do you notice any gray hairs on them if they're older? Or maybe they have spots. Or multicolored. Do you see these changes nearer the root of the follicle? Do different parts of your friend's fur have different textures? What about their toenails? Are they all one color? What about the shape? Do they need to be trimmed? What about their paws and the little pads on the bottom of their feet? What does that feel like? Do they need a bath? If you don't have a pet, that's okay too. Think back to a time when you last were around an animal. How did it make you feel? What do you recall about this encounter? You're invited to explore this more and see where it may lead you as well. During the lockdowns, in the early part of the pandemic, many people started cooking more often. And cooking can be very intricate, which means this too is an excellent way to incorporate mindfulness into an important activity. We'll use a green pepper as our example, but of course, you can use anything you want. As you hold the green pepper, look at the rich color it has. Are there any color variations over its surface? Are there 3 or 4 knobs at the bottom? How does the stem look? How does it smell? Sweet? Maybe earthy? Think about its journey to your hand. All the way from a seed planted in a field to sprouting, to harvesting, to shipping, to being stocked at the store right before your selection. Imagine details along each step of the way. As you cut the green pepper, feel the knife slice through. How much pressure did you need to use? Was there a new fragrance as a result of opening it up? How are the seeds positioned? Is there a difference in color on the inside? Take a bite from a piece you cut. Explore the taste. As you begin to cook slowly, and notice the change in textures from crisp to soft. How about the aroma? Does it excite your senses as you deeply inhale? There's a lot to a green pepper when we observe mindfully. And, as you may have guessed, now we'll add eating to our practice. Do this at a slow, deliberate pace, mindfully appreciating each bite. And we'll continue with the green pepper from before. How does a cooked pepper taste different from a raw pepper? Are there similarities or differences? What about the aroma? How does it feel as you slowly chew? Are there areas that are still crisp and others more soft? As you swallow, does it leave an aftertaste? And as you eat this pepper, know that it is giving you life-sustaining nutrition, feeding your body with all of the essential vitamins you need to live and help others. The cycle is normal and repeated every day. I told you, there's a lot to just a green pepper. Journaling is also a wonderful way to review and recount your day. You can write about a particular incident or your day as a whole. Did you work on a specific goal? Or maybe you thought of a new one. How were you feeling? Sad? Excited? Anxious? Happy? You can write about what you had for breakfast, or lunch, or dinner. Did a particular thought or moment enter your head? You don't need to write in it every day. 3 or 4 times is enough if you like. As you've probably experienced many times in your life already, it can be fast-paced. This fast pace results in our disconnection with ourselves, our surroundings, and life in general. It's always such a rush to get to the next destination or complete the next project. That's not to say that some destinations aren't important. You certainly want to get to the hospital quickly if you're having a medical emergency. But rushing to the store, not so much. Your items will still be there. When we rush, we tend to miss what's important, as well as make mistakes. Remember, each moment is very precious, and it will never happen again. And that is such a beautiful realization right there. Pause between thoughts and actions. Much like there is a pause between each inhale and exhale, both of these actions that require a transition between two doings, the inhale and the exhale. Consider a time where you might have said something you should not have. Perhaps it was an argument with a friend or a spouse. Perhaps you got a little too excited and let the cat out of the bag too early for someone's surprise. Learning to develop the sacred pause will take time,
but you can begin to work on this by relaying only one response per breath. For example, John doesn't know his office mates are giving him a surprise party during their afternoon break, and that you volunteered to get his cake during your lunch. John asks you to go to lunch with him, but you quickly respond that you need to go to the bakery to get a cake. John knows his birthday is coming up and puts two and two together. Instead of the quick, knee-jerk response, breathe in, pause, and exhale. This gives you that sacred pause. And you could reply, thank you, but I have other plans for lunch today. Being mindful in our conversations is a very effective way to communicate, as well as considerate of others' feelings. And, of course, meditation would make the list. I once heard someone say that meditation isn't for everyone. I disagree with that conclusion because it is. A calm mind is just as necessary as eating and drinking, breathing, sleeping, and loving. Without a calm mind, we are subject to what's called monkey mind. All of the unnecessary chatter and distractions that detract us from living a connected, meaningful life. Some are hesitant to start meditation out of fear. They don't know how to meditate. My friends, if you are breathing, you already know how to. The breath is the basis of meditation. Are there different breathing techniques? Yes. And I cover some of them in another video. And as mentioned earlier, Western science is now beginning to understand what Eastern knowledge has been promoting for over 2,000 years at this point. Mental clarity, positive social and emotional maturity, stronger and more meaningful relationships with yourself and others, caring and empathy towards yourself and others, and health benefits too. All of these are manifested through a meditation practice of just 20 to 30 minutes a day. So there you have it. 10 ways to begin your mindfulness practice. Remember, mindfulness is a positive lifestyle choice that you'll find rewarding as you go along. You'll find out that you might forget to be mindful during one of these activities, and that's okay. It is fine to catch yourself and say, I forgot this time, but next time I won't. Self-compassion is very important. Remember, this is new to you. You're going against many years of societal conventions. It took me several weeks to begin simple tasks and for them to stick. But now, they come second nature. I hear that little voice inside me saying, slow down. Observe. And I hope you enjoyed our meeting, and if you did, I warmly invite you to subscribe to our channel and to like this video. Go ahead and leave a comment below and let us know how you're coming along, or if you have any questions. We're here to help you at all levels of your practice. And with that, take care, my friends, and I wish you all peace and well-being.